They'll run with Darkwa. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Perkins on third down, and they'll get him down here at the 23. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he fields it cleanly. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And after the play on the now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
The final shot before break. Francis eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jared Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Flex round. Ohio.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
and this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out come the Giants. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That one goes for 24 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And room to run as as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go. Tight right. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hey, got tight left. Watch him now, Barney.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Set. Blue, landed. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Francis. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
To throw on 3rd down. Francis. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's roll. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Tight left. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Slot man moves right.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check 9. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Now let's go.
In motion, a noon one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
On third down, Francis. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Here we go.
Back to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Check three. Flex round. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after now for Aguayo. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the lead will grow by 1 more. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. On 1st down, Francis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
No, check, Patriot! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw. Francis. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now Hundley. And this is Simpson with a catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Paul Perkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. And the Vikings able to recover. The Hands team does its job. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
All right, here we go.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a preview. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.